Hello, my name is Shreya Srivastava and this is my video blog. Today I want to talk about the failure of Zero and Thugs of Hindustan. I have heard a lot of comments on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook where people are saying that they are deliberately trying to make these two films flop, and they are saying that critics are giving it bad reviews so because they have bias towards the superstars Shah Rukh Khan and Amir Khan. I want to know whether the success of a film depends on the critics. These are the superstars who earlier said that critics doesn't matter to them, and now suddenly they are saying that critics are after them and trying to make their film flop. When will they understand the responsibility that they haven't made the good film? Critics are as good as an opinion. If a person wants to see a film, he will go and watch the film. I think it means that simply they are living in a fool's paradise where they are trying to blame other people like critics and a few trolls on Twitter, which are actually not trolls, which are actually real people who have seen the film, and they are disliking the film and putting it on Twitter because right now the world has changed and people who have opinions have a way to vent it out on social media, and they are putting it out on the first day itself that they didn't like the film, and that will influence other people by saying that even they didn't like the film and they're not going to watch it, and hence more memes come out. But the thing is, critics and people have nothing to do with the failures of Zero and Thug of Hindustan. I have seen Thug of Hindustan first day, first show, and it was a terrible film. It was a bad film which should not have done the business that it has already done of more than 150 crore, and it is also got some domestic release in China where it is also earning some money, but it's a major flop there as well. But they have recovered the money through distributors, so I think they have recovered the money for Thug of Hindustan. But the problem is the money recovering factor is not that big considering the fact that you made a bad film, you spent so much money and time of more than 300 people and some of the top actors of this country, some of the top talents of this country, and wasted that in making a film which was not even ready to be filmed. You didn't work on the script, and same goes for Zero. I saw Zero as well, and it was such a bad film. It was really bad film. Shah Rukh was overacting, and Shah Rukh was trying to be desperate to make this film work, so he was overdoing himself in every scene of the film. The character of Anusha Sharma wasn't well written, and you just feel offensive to see someone like that, not because they are handicapped but because the way it was played. The role of Katrina Kaif, it just comes out of nowhere and just ends at nowhere, and the desperate attempt of Shah Rukh Khan thinking that just because he's going to make good songs and he's going to include a lot of celebrities in the film, that the film is going to work. Well, Om Shanti Om, it did work, but Om Shanti Om was an entertaining film. No matter whether there was a logic premise or not, it was an entertaining film. Zero is not an entertaining film. So if someone says that critics has made TOH and Zero flop, they are simply living in fool's paradise and trying to deny the fact that they haven't worked hard on the script as they should have, and they should now look to work on the films on which the scripts are good, in which the directors are good, and the directors have the vision, and the film needs to have a story. There are lots and lots of books and articles written on story writing, and if you read all of those, you realize how grossly wrong Zero and Thug of Hindustan was. There wasn't a single one-liner that I can derive from the story. The goals of the characters wasn't even clear, what they wanted to achieve. Both in Thug of Hindustan and Zero, you don't have any idea what the protagonist wants to achieve. That's the biggest problem with the script, that they are trying to do everything with one film just to make sure and ensure that the film is going to work. This is not how the film is going to work. Look at Rajkumar Hirani's film. He has a protagonist and he has one goal in the film which he tries to achieve, and this is the goal of a film. Once it has to achieve the claims that it made in the first act, and also it has to be entertaining, otherwise it becomes an art film, otherwise it becomes a documentary. It has to be entertaining. The audience which has spent so much money to watch it has to enjoy the film and also understand the story, and also see that the protagonist is actually leading to somewhere. The scenes should have a meaning. If there are redundant scenes, then the scenes has to be really entertaining. Like in Sholay, there was a jail scene. If the jail scene was initially removed from the film and later was put back in the film, initially it was cut due to length reasons and all, but the scene has nothing to do with the film, but the scene in itself is so entertaining that you don't mind it there in the film. That's the whole game. So if you are making a film of such mammoth proportions and spending so much money on it, I suggest that you actually start working on the script and have 2-3 script doctors working on them, so that they can actually give you critical point of views on how the script, in which direction the script should go. Thank you.